Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward for Lettermen Row, back with another BuckIQ and back with the Heisman winner, Troy Smith. So you know it must be a quarterback day. Troy, I mean, this run, Dwayne Haskins has been on for 5 games. There's a lot of people making that Troy Smith comparison right now.
I'm making it too. You know what I mean? I want nothing but the best for him. Honestly, the comparison is always going to be humbling, but it's his time.
Yeah.
I do believe that the old school ways that we used to play football is totally different. He fits into the new age of being the most dominant and complete quarterback, so I pass the reins to him. Why not?
Dwayne Haskins now 20 touchdowns through 5 games. He's won away from home against TCU, and he goes into Penn State in a whiteout. Troy, I mean, just these hostile situations for a quarterback, you gotta make your money in those big games, I guess.
Totally. What you want out of a quarterback is somebody who can be incredibly deliberate in black and white in those situations. He didn't show any gray area. He led us in specific areas where we needed help, where we were showing some type of weakness at first, but obviously through 4 quarters, football is big, and that's what you want.
So there's a couple throws there in that 4th quarter that we're going to break down on BuckIQ. We're going to get Troy ready, and we're going to roll the tape.
In-state bringing pressure. Haskins trying to escape, fires across his body, high, and the catch is made. And Benjamin Victor still running. Victor cutting back against the grain, heading for the end zone, and will make it in Ohio State.
All right, Troy, so this is about as tough a situation as you can hope to face as a quarterback. Down 2 scores, 4th quarter, and then seeing a bunch of pressure. What is the first thing quarterback is looking at here?
Well, we talked about it before weeks ago, and to me, the first thing I always look for is the down and distance, time of the game, so I can understand the importance of what's going on. We're on their portion of the 50, so we're going in for a score. We got decent field position, so we don't want to get knocked back. And immediately, I see defensive back pressure to my left-hand side. Now, per the play call, obviously I don't know what the play call is, but Ben Victor comes across and makes a great catch on this dig. But the wherewithal and the cojones of this kid to step up in the pocket and using his raw athletic talent, be able to basically, in essence, off one foot, throw across his body 25 yards in the air. I mean, that speaks volumes to who our quarterback is. And then Ben Victor, I mean, we spoke sparingly. What's better, the pass or the catch and run? And it's like you can't take away from Pompano, Florida, doing his thing because
it helps to have a guy go up and make that play.
Oh,
right?
Man. And then he's – I wish I was half the size of this kid, and then he decides to crisscross applesauce, come back across the field and show us exactly where his talent level is, man. He's going to be big time. I believe he's going to be big time.
That willingness, you know, Troy, we talked about it dating back to the Michigan game, to step into this pocket. He's not looking to use his legs. He wants to throw.
And rewind. So to start the play, you can see that obviously the portion and the strength of the route and what's going on is to the left-hand side because that's where his eyes start. So he has the ability to know that he's got his safety valve, his backside dig coming into the equation and still make that pass. That's pretty beastie.
Haskins from the end zone, flips it short. Bobbled initially, but Dobbins has got it. And Dobbins has got room. Cuts back, still running, out to the 40.
96 yards he's got to go here in the 4th quarter. Dwayne Haskins taking over here deep in enemy territory. You know, last drive, you've got to win, and this is how you get it started.
Oh. The thing about the screen game is essentially it's like the run game. Because what you do is you kind of use the metaphors as screens they're like long handoffs, you know what I mean? So you want your quarterback to be able to execute a screenplay just like he would be able to execute a run play. And obviously they did it to perfection. J.K. Dobbins is a special type of runner in that I believe that the majority of the time, usually when the flow goes, the running back goes. He watched the blocking flow and decided to cut in and then zig back out. Like, that's dope.
How tough
Can't
is
teach
it,
that.
How tough is it, Troy, to invite
now back
that
out?
pressure
That's dope.
and invite this pressure in the way Dwayne does? You know you're going to have to maybe adjust the arm angle or something. I mean, how difficult is this screen to execute? What's the key as a quarterback?
It's nail biting. Because when you got guys of the same stature up in there with their arms in the air, you know that your offensive linemen are the people protecting you, and they're out in the screen trying to do their portion of the play. So it's really on you to deliver a catchable ball. Definitely so the running back or receiver or whoever is your screen receiver to get his eyes downfield and do his thing. Look at that center. Our center's downfield leading the charge. That's impressive.
Receiver uncovered. There it is. And they pitch it to Hill. Hill, first down. Still running. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Later on in this drive, going in to try and beat Penn State. You've got another quick throw. A ball comes out really rapidly. I think, Troy, that's maybe an underlooked way that these screens are maybe executing better with Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, totally. I think Ryan Day does a great job of putting our quarterback in a position to be comfortable and be, in charge. We're used to the actual, beautiful deep passes that he's been throwing, but what Penn State forced us to do was the old cliche saying, take what the defense gives you.
Sure.
And at times, the speed of some lateral throws and the ability to get it to KJ Hill, who's a bigger version of Golden Tate. I don't know if he's going to be as fast and as strong. That's a challenge to him, but Golden Tate is a superior player, and if you are being, compared to him, you're doing some things right. Terry McLaurin is the key to this play, if you ask me. First off, he frees up the whole play on the screen side by taking his man out of the play, hand downfield. See the corners right there. And without this block, he doesn't get in the end zone. I see why Terry McLaurin is a captain, and I would love to play with him also.
Well, playmaker, he can also catch the football a little bit too, but it's those blocks, Dwayne Haskins getting the ball out, KJ Hill, Ben Victor, other guys making plays for him. I mean, he's not in the Heisman race alone. You can probably speak to that. It takes a bunch of other guys to help out.
Oh, all the time. And honestly, you can never forget about the big uglies too. Without those 5 guys up front, nothing happens, nothing goes on. These Buckeyes are making plays all over the field, and it feels good.
5 weeks in, it looks like Dwayne Haskins right now is on pace to head to New York, a place where Troy Smith once was, to pick up a little heavy trophy.
I might meet him there. You know what I mean? Annually I get a chance to do some things like that. So I tell you what, you make it, I'll meet you there, bro.
All right. That sounds like a pretty good deal.
That's
Celebration for Ohio State. Troy Smith will be following along all year round as Dwayne Haskins makes that push. He'll be back in here with us at Lettermen Row to break down that passer, talk a little Heisman as we get closer to the end of the year. But for now, that's 5 weeks in the book. He's Troy Smith. I'm Austin Ward. We'll see you next time at Lettermen Row for BuckIQ.